Hello. Today's video will be about how us as Christians can be seeking God's approval and not, things of man or things of the world or just things like that. In Galatians 1:10 it says, "For I am now seeking the approval of man or of God, or am I trying to please man? If I were still trying to please man, I would not be a servant of Christ." This basically means, if I'm trying to do things of the world or things like that, but my main focus isn't God. If I'm so centered around making people happy, but not focusing on, the person that created me. God created us in His image, so we should be worshiping Him. We should be, seeking His approval and things like that. And you may be asking, hey, maybe name some things that we can, as Christians, how we can, seek God's approval, how we can get God to, approve of what we're doing. Here are some things. In 2 Corinthians 5:9, it says, "So whether we are at home or away, we make it our aim to please Him." And in 1 Corinthians 10:31, it says, "So whether you eat or drink, or whatever you do, do all in the glory of God." These two things mean like this. And the second one that I just said, talking about, or whatever you do it all in the glory of God. Whatever you do, whether it's, I play tennis. Whether I'm playing tennis, I'm not shouting at people. I'm not being angry. I cool down, if I did something bad. That's me, though. Let's say you're something else. Let's say that, there are a ton of different things, Just make sure that you are honoring God and things like that, no matter what you're doing in life. Make sure that He's your number one focus. And this is something that He enjoys to see, that, His children are following Him and putting Him first before other things that, can be tempting to, idolize kind of before Him. In this first one that I was talking about in 2 Corinthians 5:9, "So whether we are at home or away, we make it our aim to please Him." This is meaning, whether we are in our own space, if, I'm comfortable to be talking about this just because, I'm at my house. I'm going to do the same thing if a bunch of my friends are like this. Maybe if they don't even believe that, that's fine. Maybe I'm not going to have to strike it up every single conversation, but it's nice to, add some things like that, There's this one guy that once said this. He said, how much would I have to hate you in order for me to not tell you about who the creator of the universe is, who can, heal you from things that, people who, like Paul, he persecuted Jews for being Jews. He murdered them, all that stuff. And guess what? Jesus found him, and guess what he did? He didn't just be like, oh, you'll be, you're fine or whatever. He didn't say like, you're not going to be good enough. You're never going to be something like that. He used him to be absolutely one of the best. I'm not saying there's a favorite, but yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. I hope you guys have a great rest of you guys' day. Goodbye, and God bless.